Yes, liability it's a huge factor right now. I've seen cases where a homeowner hire a contractor plumber and the plumber asks to borrow the ladder. The homeowner lets the carpenter borrow the ladder. The carpenter falls off the ladder, and now the homeowner has a liability claim and a medical claim, even though they let the individual borrow the ladder. So, I could go on and off about different claim scenarios. The key is to make sure that your agent really understands your situation. So, my job is not to find you the cheapest policy. My job is to make sure that I understand your entire picture, what I'm protecting, so that you don't have to go make your money twice. Because one claim can seriously alter your financial situation.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kesil, and today I'm joined by someone I'm looking forward to chatting with, MJ Martinez, who owns an insurance brokerage in the Utah area. So excited to have you here today, MJ.
Thank you. I'm very excited too.
Absolutely. I think our listeners are really going to take something away from how you're supporting people and investors through all of the chaotic insurance market.
Yep, it sure is chaotic right now.
Yeah, so let's dive in. Just first off, for those who
Absolutely.
are not familiar with your world, can you share what your main focus is?
Absolutely. My main focus are families. And it's a good mix of families who own businesses and families who haven't really taken up a entrepreneurial journey, and but they still need lots of protection. So we specialize in all things insurance, auto insurance, home, business, life, health insurance.
Awesome. And you're in the Utah area.
That's correct. So we service the entire state of Utah and Idaho.
Cool. So, what got you started in this role?
So my story, it's very dearing to me, and I guess we all kind of own our own stories, right? And they become our identity. So I started in the banking industry, and I was having a lot of success, and this was in the early 2000s, and I was also getting ready to graduate from college, and I loved the ability of having built a portfolio of clients. And at the time I was advising clients and a little bit of securities because I was security licensed, and also banking products. But I did not like the fact that I would lose contact with the clients, because if there was a need for me to be transferred to a different location, then I would lose contact with the client. So I had a good friend.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Who was also a client who decided to open up a farmer's agency, and he told me what it entailed. And so I started doing some research. I was graduating from college with my econ degree, and I knew I wanted to own my own business, and I wanted to figure out a way to build a portfolio of clients where I could continue to advise clients, and something that's so critical, right? Insurance is boring, but it's also so critical because it could be life-changing. And so I started by opening up a state farm agency in 2012, and I did that for about 7 years and decided to pursue my dream of opening up a brokerage. So what I mean by a brokerage is that with State Farm, I was only a captive agent, meaning I was only able to sell for one company. And as a broker, I'm able to sell for several different companies. So I contract out to more than 80 different companies, which allows me to be able to do some shopping and have more access to appetite, and be able to ensure different risk. So that's my story in a nutshell.
Awesome. So, a lot of the listeners here are real estate investors. How do you particularly serve this market?
Yes, so I have been involved with several local organizations, and I will name them now. I started by sitting on the board of directors for the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals, known as NAREP, and they're a national organization. So I served on the board for the Salt Lake City chapter, and I was able to connect with a lot of individuals involved in real estate, whether that's agents or lenders, title or investors. But more primarily, what I've enjoyed a lot, which gave me the fullest exposure to the investor market, was the Salt Lake City Real Estate Investor Association. So SLRIA. I've also sat on their board. And this group, these chapters are pretty much 90 to 95% made up of investors. So we're talking about individuals who are flipping homes, multifamily, um, buy and hold, you name it, all the different creative financing options out there as well. So
Oh,
I've
yeah.
helped a
Good.
lot of them. Yeah.
And are you, what policies specifically do you support them with?
Yeah, so I support them with their investing ventures. So a really hot one lately is flips, vacant homes, and those vacant homes can be a little tricky because we have to make sure that they're classified vacant. Otherwise, if you run into a scenario where the home was not classified as a vacant property with active renovations, if you have a claim, that claim will be denied. So that's I'm their primary go-to person for flips. And also lots of rental properties, lots of commercial, multifamily, hotels, apartment buildings, and then, of course, once I've established that level of trust, then I'm able to transition them into advising their insurance needs for their personal auto, home, life, umbrella.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Awesome. What are some common challenges you see that your clients face that you support them with?
So lately, specifically with homes flips, I'm gonna name three challenges that are the most critical in my opinion, because I really could name a long list of challenges. But I'm gonna start with premium. Premiums are unpredictable. And there's so many rating factors that take into account how that insurance premium it's gonna lay up once we process a quote. Another challenge is homes being insured with the incorrect intent. So if I have a flip home, but it was written as a tenant policy, so that's incorrect, and that's a huge liability for clients. And then the third challenge will be age of these homes. So the older homes are becoming very, very hard to insure. Roofs, companies are now looking at roofing age, plumbing, electrical, when those renovations have taken place, whether homes are in historical registries. So that has been a big challenge, insuring those older homes.
Yeah, definitely. That makes sense. What are some of the main keys you feel have made the biggest difference in allowing your business to grow and run smoothly?
Transparency has been a big it has made a big difference in my ability to tell stories, right? So let me tell you about a time a client went through the situation with their home insurance. And my job is to make sure that you don't have a life altering situation like my client, for example. And so I feel like that's what stands me apart from other agents, and that's created a lot of success. It's my ability, my knowledge level, and my desire to continue to learn and understand how policies are um, ever changing, and my relationships as well with underwriters. So I have a really good relationship with underwriters. I have key people that I can turn to for whether it is advice or strategy. If we recognize a certain risk. So for example, I have a client that recently bought a home, and so it's a single family home, but and it's a young couple, and they are living downstairs in the basement, and they are renting the upstairs. Well, none of that was disclosed at the time that we wrote the policy. So we wrote the policy as a homeowner's policy, and it was not disclosed that they were using it as a rental as well. And now certain companies are going out to the homes to inspect them, right? To inspect the roof. How does the roof look? How does the outside of the home look? Are the bushes too close to the home or windows, etc.? So my underwriters came back and said, we knocked on the door and someone answered and said that they're actually a tenant. So what is happening? This home was written incorrectly. So I took a phone call to the client, explained to them the situation, and the client admitted, yes, we are renting the upstairs, and my wife and I live downstairs, which is totally normal. And so it just took some clarification and more explaining as to, okay, it's important that we rate it correctly, because if your tenant initiated a fire and we don't know that there's a tenant in your home, the claim will be declined. So, and just situations like that where like we needed to add extra liability to the policy, which was only a $13 difference for the year, by the way. So, just knowing the way policies work, my level of knowledge and transparency and open communication with clients, it's really what spiral my growth.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are some powerful pillars to focus on.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. What are you most focused on solving or scaling to next in your business?
So I am focusing on growing my team, bringing more hands on. So I, as the agent and the owner of the agency, can continue to do the things that I enjoy the most, which is meeting with clients face to face. I don't have the capacity. I'm almost at my limit where I meet with clients and I don't have the ability of coming back and still working on their policies. So I need more office support. So that's my next big goal. I mean, I have a pretty good team now and we operate very solid, but I have a big focus of continuing to grow and give back, continue to give back to the community through education on insurance, which I've had a lot of success lately, getting out there and educating, my investors on these are the things you got to watch out for because the insurance industry has changed drastically. And if your policy is not set up correctly, like you're going to have a life altering uh, claim.
Yeah, that's so important.
Yes.
What are some misconceptions that you find some of your investors have that you support them with understanding better?
Yes, so a common misconception is really coming out of that I'm going to say post-COVID rating industry where like I could go buy a house, I could go pick up a $500,000 home and expect my insurance payment to be $50 a month. So a seasoned investor will does know that a home in the $500,000 range, you could calculate insurance $50 a month. And so, really coming out of that, no, insurance has changed drastically. I mean, we can also take into account inflation, we can also take into account rate increases. Now, a $50 a month vacant policy, it's unheard of. So that's a common misconception, or another common misconception is homes under LLCs or corporations, uh, clients assuming that because they're their own entity, they're at zero liability risk from exposing their other assets. So, I mean, I'm not an attorney, I'm not a CPA, so I'm not giving legal advice, but it is a misconception as well. It's all kind of like a fair game. Or another misconception is I have an umbrella, so I'm fully protected. So, no, the answer is no. Like, you have to have the umbrella set up correctly. We have to make sure we get to know the entire picture. I mean, I would love to have a client that just gives me here, I'm flipping a home. Can you please insure it? Okay, but I'm not doing my due diligence if I don't get to know the entire picture of your situation because you could be held liable for certain different scenarios that it could bleed into other areas of your personal life and assets and put your assets at risk.
Yeah, definitely. That is really helpful information.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, I'm sure
I would
people
hope
would
so.
be glad to know that.
Yes. Yes, I mean, liability is it's a huge factor right now. I mean, I've seen cases where a homeowner hire a contractor plumber and the plumber asks to borrow the ladder. The homeowner lets the carpenter borrow the ladder. The carpenter falls off the ladder and now the homeowner has a liability claim and a medical claim. even though they let the individual borrow the ladder. So, I mean, I could go on and off about different claim scenarios. The key is to make sure that your agent really understands your situation. So, my job is not to find you the cheapest policy. My job is to make sure that I understand your entire picture, what I'm protecting, so that you don't have to go make your money twice. Because one claim can seriously alter your financial situation. I hope that helps.
Yeah, definitely. Amazing. What are some of the ways that the industry is shifting for investors?
Again, I will say that the biggest thing has been appetite and carrier availability. Some carriers are pulling out of the market. Not all carriers are insuring flips. Now, homes are, in my opinion, every policy being submitted is being scrutinized. They will look at the details of your home. They will inspect your home, whether that's by information available online through Google Lenses or drones or a physical inspection of your home. Most of these inspections are happening on the outside of the homes. Some inspections are on the inside of homes, but that is like the biggest situation that's changed with insurance is carriers, premiums, and scrutiny of these properties.
Yeah, definitely. That makes sense. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
So, before we wrap up here, if somebody wants to reach out, connect, learn more, where can people find you and connect with you?
Yes, I am in social media. My Instagram is MJ Insurance, and I can also be reached by phone at 801-540-2406. On social media, on Instagram under MJ Insurance, you can find links to my website. You can message me directly on Instagram. You can find links to request a quote where it allows you to put all the information yourself, or a lot of people send me a text with their information. Pretty accessible. And I'm also on Facebook under MJ Martinez. I don't have a business page for Facebook.
Perfect. I appreciate your time, your story,
Thank
your
you.
perspective. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for the time.
Of course.
All
And
right.
yeah. And for the listeners tuning in, if you got value, make sure you've subscribed. We've got more conversations with operators who are building real businesses, and we'll see you on our next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.